Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my budgeting videos. I've been messing around with the height of the ring light thing that holds my phone, so we'll see if this works out well. It feels very close to the paper, so I anticipate problems. And yet I can't seem to figure out where my old distance was, so we're gonna give it a try. I'm also trying something a little bit new. Instead of using the blank piece of paper that I was using before that I just grabbed out of my printer and then cutting it down to size, like how I did on this side, you even see, yeah. I got this cute little notepad that says you've cat to be kitten me right meow for Christmas time, and I'm not using it at all. It's meant to go on my fridge, like it has a magnet on the back, but it's too heavy. The whole thing just slides right down the door of my fridge. So I thought I would use a page per budget and see. Now clearly it's longer than the actual page in my book, but so is the cutout that I was doing from the other paper, and I was just having to fold it at the bottom. So I mean, I'll give it a try. I'll see if it works. If it doesn't, it's one sheet from a notepad that I have wasted. But let's hope I don't waste it, because you know, trees, they're important. So this is going to be my budget for my paycheck from Friday. It's currently Sunday, so it's February 24th's paycheck. So okay, so my current balance is $1,869.23. I don't know if you'll remember or not, from my last paycheck, I had budgeted out $60 for my mom's housekeeper, just even though I didn't think it was going to be used within that bi-weekly time period. I just wanted it to not be necessarily coming out of this paycheck as well as my cell phone bill. And it turns out that my cell phone, I got my notification for my cell phone bill in the last 2 weeks time period, and the housekeeping has not yet happened. So I really could have just flipped them. I didn't spend the $60. It's still sitting in the bank account as part of this balance. So I'll be pulling it out again farther down here, because I'm assuming at some point the woman's going to be coming to clean my mother's house. But yeah, so it's a little bit higher, I think, than normal, which is nice. So the first thing I'm pulling out is $266.72. That's the payment for my SUV, and that'll be auto withdrawn on Tuesday. Leave me with $1,602.51. Then the next thing I do is part of rent. And then we get on to other bills. Okay, my visa, which I feel is an ongoing saga. I can't even remember if I told you guys. I got pre-approved from, what's the bank? BMO? Yeah, from BMO for a credit card, a MasterCard with a balance of, or no, sorry, an available credit, sorry, use the right words here, with an available credit of $7,000. And if I did a balance transfer to the card, then the balance transfer funds would have an interest rate of 0.99% for 9 months, which is really good, because currently my credit card with my current bank, interest rate is like 19.99, and my line of credit is 11 or 10.99, somewhere right around that mark. So 0.99, great deal. I've never taken advantage of any of those offers before. Like, I've seen them come through the mail and everything, but they've always just been like a, I don't know what this is, I'm not touching it sort of a situation. But I'm trying it out. So I went into the bank and I accepted the offer. I got the card in the mail, I got it set up. I got set up for the online banking with BMO, and then I did the balance transfer, and it's been confusion ever since. So I didn't want to put the full, fill the full 7,000 available credit on the MasterCard, because there is a 2% charge, fee, I guess, for transferring money over. I don't know. So I needed to leave room for that, right? So I was like, I'll move over 6,000 from the line of credit. And then my hope is that my monthly payment on my line of credit will go down a bit. I'm still obviously going to be making my payment, just like I have been all this time on the line of credit, like making it every paycheck for the the minimum amount per month. But then the money that's sitting on this MasterCard with the 0.99% interest, I don't know what the monthly bill will be for it, but I just think that like I'll be able to sort of do like the minimum payments that I need to do on the line of credit, and then make the maximum payments I'm able to do on the credit card, and then get it paid off sooner, because more of the money that I'm putting onto it as a payment is going towards the actual debt versus just paying the interest that keeps accruing every billing cycle. Does this make sense? I think it makes sense to me, but I don't know if I'm explaining it right. So I did the balance transfer, and then BMO woke me up yesterday morning at like 9:30. I was very much asleep, just wanting to confirm the transaction. But the way that they worded it, I thought they said that I was trying to like do it the opposite way from what I was doing, like move a balance from BMO to Scotia and not the other way around. And I was like, no, that's not right. And she's like, oh, okay, I can cancel it, no big deal. So great. So then when I got up, I went on to Scotiabank's website, and then I called them because I wanted to make sure I didn't fuck it up and do the transfer. And they're like, no, you can't initiate it from here, you have to initiate it from BMO. And at that point I got very confused. And to give the person credit at Scotia, they really tried. They tried so hard to explain to me how the balance transfer works and how the wording works, because he's like, the wording is confusing for a lot of people because it seems like it should be the opposite of what you're doing. But he tried. I'm just not that bright when it comes to math stuff. So basically in the end, I went on to BMO's website and signed into my account there. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try again to do the balance transfer, but it wouldn't let me, because even though it wasn't showing a balance on the credit card with them, it was showing that my available, like the amount I have left available to use on the credit card is $1,000, so that there's something clearly pending. So I called them and explained the whole muddle and was just like, what is going on? Because the person said they were going to cancel it, but now it looks like it isn't canceled. Is it going through? Did it right? Like, what? And they told me that no, it's not being canceled. There's nothing indicating in their system that it isn't going to go through. In fact, it's being approved, and it's just like a processing time at this point, and it can take up to 11 business days from the day that I did the initial balance transfer. So it could be another 2 weeks before my Scotiabank and my BMO bank, like the credit cards, are showing the correct information. Because right now my Visa with Scotiabank is showing a super high balance of like 6,000 and something, because I couldn't do the balance transfer directly from the line of credit to BMO. I had to move the money from the line of credit to my credit card at Scotiabank, and then from the credit card at Scotiabank to the credit card at BMO, because of course I did. Heaven forbid I can just do it right from the line of credit, right? Yeah, so it's all kind of like in this weird processing phase right now, where everything is just showing as pending. It will work out eventually, and so I'm hoping by next paycheck I'll have an amount due for the BMO credit card, and then a new amount due per month for the line of credit, and that it'll all sort of be sorted, I guess. And then at that point I'll be figuring out how am I aggressively paying off that MasterCard with BMO, because I don't know if I'll get the entire balance of 6,000 paid off before the interest rate of 0.99% changes and goes up to the 19.99 of like every other credit card. And I'm fully intending, before it jumps up to that, I'm going to transfer it back over to Scotia and put it back onto my line of credit, whatever I haven't managed to pay off. So if I don't manage to pay off the full 6,000 in 9 months, I'm not going to be kicking myself, because I still think in the long term I'll have been saving money. I'll for sure have been saving interest charges racking up, and my payments will have been doing more for me than if I've been putting them onto the line of credit. I just really need to keep track of making sure to pull the money out of there on time, and like just stay on top of things for once, basically. But yeah, like, I don't know, I gotta get it figured out. But so my Visa right now has a super high balance, over $6,000 on it, but it's not real, and it's going to be transferring out. It did show a payment of $46.36. I don't even know. Like, I don't know what number to be taking from my Visa digital statement thing, because it's all so cray. So I'm paying $46.36 because that's what it says, and I guess we will find out once everything sort of the dust settles how that fares. My line of credit right now still has a minimum payment of $261.51, so I'm still paying that automatically. So my Neo MasterCard, that is the one that I use for my auto charges, so like my Apple Cloud and my Apple Music, things like that. So those charges went through, so they're $24.04, which is putting me down to $878.10. I did use that credit card for a gas purchase of $50, but the $50 for that payment to the credit card will be coming out of the sinking fund for gas, not out of like this regular, the money that's sitting in my bank account budget. So that's not being included in this right now. My cell phone bill came through, so $80.64. That doesn't look right. $878.10 minus $80.64. There we go. $797.46. I'm pulling out once again the money for Mom's housekeeping. And work parking. Okay, where am I? There we go. Okay, so $80 for work parking. There's no stats or anything coming up for the next 2 weeks, so it's 5 days a week at $8 a day. Joy. Although one of my coworkers is going to be going on vacation for pretty much all of March, and she said that she's going to give me her parking pass to use while she's gone, but I'm not relying on it. I mean, I'm hopeful. It would be great if she does, and if she does, then I'm torn about continuing to pull the money aside for work parking so that it's just sort of safely sitting there, or putting it towards something else. I might put like, because she's gone for like a month and a half, something like that. So for like one of the paychecks, I might pull it aside into work parking, so I have like, I'm ahead of the game. So when she comes back, no matter what day it is, I've got money sitting there for parking. And then the next paycheck, I'll put it towards something else. But yeah, like that would be amazing if she did, because like anything to help me save any money somewhere in here, even in like a short amount of time, so like for a month, so 2 paychecks worth, totally amazing. But also if she changes her mind, completely her, you know, her right. It's not really the word I wanted to use, but like she totally can. Okay, so Stryker's Sinking Fund. For any of you who are new, that is the cat that owns me. Because let's face it, we don't own cats. They own us. And we're lucky if they treat us well. So $629.96 is left. Pulling out $50 for my gas sinking fund. What am I doing next? My insurance for my SUV. And then my tenant insurance is $7 that I put aside per paycheck. Okay, and yeah, let's keep going. $80 for like groceries or food and other things that you can buy from a store that sells groceries. So like I include out of my groceries like body wash and toilet paper and things like that, because I buy them all from the same types of store, and so I don't want to be fussing with 2 different sinking funds when the things are going to be on the same bill, because that's too much math for me. Yeah, I'm going to be not putting the $80 actually into my grocery sinking fund though. My friend and I, this past Friday, we went to Trader Joe's. So we crossed the border, hit up a Target, went to Trader Joe's, and spent a ridiculous amount of money, because not only do we like overspend or just like buy more than we would if we were doing our normal weekly grocery shopping, because clearly it's a store that we cannot access just at our whim. So we're kind of buying everything we might want versus what we might want for the week. But also the exchange rate is a killer right now, an absolute killer. So I bought a ton of groceries, most of it frozen, so it can last me for quite a while. And really, like, there's enough there that it'll be one of my meals, either lunch or dinner, for like at least the next week and a half, I think, is how much I bought. Like, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty great. And since I usually only eat lunch or dinner, this works out well for me. So I use the credit card to make the purchases because it's just sort of easier when I go traveling anywhere, even if it's just down into the States. Like, use the credit card because then it calculates all of like the right in that moment exchange rate, and you can just see everything on the credit card when it comes through. So I spent Canadian, it came into like 160 something, and it went onto the credit card. So I'm just going to put the 80 bucks that would normally be going into my grocery sinking fund directly onto the credit card, because I do have a buffer in my grocery sinking fund, because remember at the beginning of the year I was buying all my groceries with gift cards, but I was still contributing money to the grocery sinking fund. So I'll pull out from there. The only things I'm really going to need to buy for the next possibly 2 weeks are going to be like eggs and milk, like those type of things. Everything else, I'm just going to use what I bought from Trader Joe's and go like that. So yeah, so I'll put that onto the Visa, and then I won't have like quite as much left over to pay. Although currently right now, I don't know what's sitting on there that needs to be paid because of the whole thing that's going on. So, you know, miscellaneous. And then fun. And take away. And now we flip the page, which I knew was going to have to happen because it has to happen with the other ones, so that's okay. Make sure you're in line. Now I've already forgotten where I left off. Okay, so takeaway left me with 275. I shouldn't be writing it up there, should I? I should be flipping the page over and writing it so it's upside down but reads right side up the way that I did it on the other one. Ooh. Oh, tricky. Okay, well, damn it. How did I do this before, you guys? How? I had one where I had, yeah, oh, it was just because I was sort of like, solve the negative, do the math. It wasn't actually that I was like calculating out, was I? Okay, so how do I want to do this? Keep it like that, I suppose, and then maybe I'll just tape it along the edge and I can flip it open like a book? Huh. Well, I don't know. Okay, we're going to keep going and we're going to see where we end up here. Taking out 15 for my text syncing fund. So that's Norton, WordPress, and Microsoft. And then minus 20 for dragon boating, which the fees for that have jumped up astronomically this year. And oh boy, 40 for my emergency fund. It'll be nice to be actually putting money back into it this time instead of pulling from it like I did last paycheck to fix a mistake I did. 20 for presents. And then 40 for travel, which I forgot last time. So yay for remembering. Points to me. So that's leaving me with a balance of $140.96, which is amazing, but also nerve-wracking because what have I forgotten? Right? Like, clearly I've forgotten something. So I'm gonna have to go over stuff, see if I did forget something, or if somehow magically I didn't. If I didn't, then I owe a friend money. So I'll pay probably half of what I owe her from this paycheck and then half from the next one. I mean, regardless, I have to pay her something from this paycheck. So, but it would be nice if I could pay like a larger amount than just like 20 bucks. Do you know what I mean? Because it just makes a little bit more of an impact and really shows that you really are going to be paying the person back. And yeah, so that's my budget for right now. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to like attach it in. Maybe like tape it down the side, fold up so it fits and then over. Or maybe tape it and fold down and then still over. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll come back. I'll let you know. But it is pretty good. $140.96. Like, that's a bigger buffer than normal, which really is why I'm sort of like, what have I forgotten? But I will hopefully figure it out and come back and let you know with a little bit of a, oh my God, I'm so dumb situation happening. And then I'm going to put it in here, and my book is getting messier, which is great because I think that like a messier looking budgeting book means that you're actually using it. So like I have stuff in the envelopes now and notes to myself and things like that. And I think it looks like more lived in and loved. I'll do similar for what I did over here with this one with little stickers with like reminders of things. So like this one here, I owe my friend $94.30 for the tickets from Cats, although not, because I bought something for her. I think it was, I bought her something. I bought something for her at the movie theater. I think it was her ticket. And we decided I would just take it out of the amount that I owed her. So I actually kept the stub because I knew I wouldn't remember how much the ticket was. So I need to calculate out actually what I owe her. And I'm thinking, because it's $94.30 minus whatever the cost of her movie ticket was, I might just bite the bullet and pay her the entire amount that I owe her out of this remaining amount if I don't find something that I've forgotten to withdraw from my calculations. And then that way, like, I don't owe her, because I hate owing my friends money. Like, I absolutely hate it. And then the hope will be that starting with the next paycheck, so the money that I'm going to be putting towards paying back Faye, I could be putting off to the side to be paying back towards my mother. I need to start like calculating that. She's coming to visit in May, and I was really hoping to have like some money to just be able to like hand over to her as like a surprise. I've been saving instead of e-transferring her every paycheck. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. And guys, this was like not a short video. So if you're still watching, gold star to you. Okay, that's the budget for my February 24th paycheck. It seems to have worked and balanced, and I have money left over, which is shocking in a good way. I hope your guys' budgets are going well and that you have had a great paycheck weekend if this was your weekend for getting paid. And yeah, that's kind of it. So have a good one. Stay safe out there. I will talk to you in a couple of days probably, because I'm going to do a video catching up on my digital cash envelopes. Sorry, forgot what they were called there. A little bit of a brain fart. So I'll have that video up hopefully some point in this week as well. And then after that, I will talk to you guys for the next budgeting paycheck. Have a great one, you guys. Stay safe. Talk to you later.